Hello, today is Tuesday, and I just brought the Herbie back up from the curb for Kevin so he won't have to do it later. And Ashley was leaving for school and work, so she said, come over to my car real quick, and I want to show you what the child had me carry in from her car. All of this stuff was in her car. This is like a shirt. And there's 3 bottles of water, which she said I can throw recycle because they've been refilled, and so she's not worried about it. This can is like full. Chapel, off the table, mister. And then I wondered where some of my containers were. She had 3 in her car. So, and this isn't counting the paper that she left out there. She actually, I don't know what this is. She actually left... there was paper in her back seat, and so I like to think of her as being clean and neat and tidy, but she's not. I mean, that's just like a dream. I have 2 completely random things that I wanted to comment on real quick while they were in my head. I had the Real Housewives of Orange County on, and one of them was sitting at the table in a restaurant at a dinner table. There were 3 ladies, and one of them started crying at the table. And when I see these crying scenes, I always think, I could never cry like they do and not attract attention. Like, I started thinking, why aren't the people around them looking at, here's this woman, she's talking, she just broke down crying. And then I realized it's because the woman who's crying, her face hasn't changed at all. If I were to cry, my face would crumple in on itself. The makeup would start flowing. It would be a train wreck. When she started crying, her face never changed. She kept talking, her mouth kept moving, but I watched her forehead, her cheeks, everything around her eyes. Nothing ever moved on her. So, I mean, it's literally like when you're watching that show, it's like talking dolls. They just, it's weird. It's really weird to watch them speak because nothing moves but their mouth. This one in particular had a lot of Botox, a lot of work done, and it's just like, that's why they don't attract attention though. Because they just don't change. Anyway, that was one random thing. And then another random thing, while that show was on, it went to a commercial, and it showed a commercial for Godzilla. And it's coming out it's like May 19th or something like that, but it looks like a really good action movie. So I like action movies, and I don't care anything about going to the theater to see a chick flick. I can see a chick flick at home. But when I go to the movie theater, I like to see a good action movie, and that use looks like it's going to be good. So, anyway, my toaster strudel's done. I just wanted to throw those 2 thoughts out to you. Just random, like I said. Oh, my word. The cat is in the sink with the dirty dishes. Why are you in the sink with the dirty dishes? You are a freak, Chapel. I'm going to turn this water on. It hasn't started up. Now it's dripping. Yeah. Are you going to sit there? I don't think he realizes that it's like dripping off of his fur in order to, there we go. Yeah. This is Ashley's freaky cat. This is what we have to put up with. Yep. That's full on water right there. Yep. Stick your head under there. Oh, intelligent one. Here are those hostas I showed you. I don't know, it's been less than a week ago. These are the same hostas that were just coming out. Kevin said they look like witch fingers, I think. But that's that side. And then here are these. And these. and they will get big fast. And my rose bushes aren't doing much of anything, but I want to show you these weeds. Kevin bought that weed killer and he hasn't used it yet, but since these are taller than Guido, I think he definitely needs to use the weed killer. So, although Guido loves the tall grass. When we got him, it was in October, at the end of the year, and so when it gets to be the end of the year, at one point or another, Kevin will say, well, that's the last time I'm going to mow. So it was in October, and he hadn't mown for the grass for a while, and we got Guido, and so he was trained in taller grass, and he loves tall grass today. He will seek out, you can have very short, freshly mown grass, and then the next door neighbor will have not mown at all. And I'm not talking about here, I'm talking about like if we're on a walk and they won't have mown at all, and he will literally seek out that taller grass because he likes it. So I'm talking about you. He can't hear a thing. It's a shame. I thought the other day, he'll never hear me say his name again, or do voices, or so some people would say that's a blessing. Miss Ashley's making brownies. Ooh, there's hunks of something in there. I've never seen. Oh, peanut butter.
These are the Reese's.
Ooh, Supreme Brownie Mix peanut butter. With Hershey's cocoa and Reese's peanut butter flavored chips. Yeah, those are big chips.
It has more than I thought it would, definitely.
Yeah. Are we allowed to look at the calories? Do you know how many? Okay, test, because I've never read this myself. The serving size. Do you know how many servings, how many brownies that is supposed to make if you cut them up?
16.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
Because it makes sense 4 and 4.
Yeah, but we've never cut them into 16. We cut them into 9, or I always
Okay,
did.
well, skinny people make the serving sizes.
Yeah. Usually I cut these into 9. I cut it twice this way and then twice that way, and it makes 9. So, yeah, if you eat one, if you do the 16 and you eat one, it
Probably
is
260 because peanut butter.
Get this. The mix is 120 calories. Prepared is 170. I guess because you've added egg and what else did you add?
Oil.
Egg and oil. So prepared it's 170. So 170 for a brownie. That's not bad. So, you gonna cook them now?
I need that, but yes.
You're leaving a lot in that bowl. You're gonna eat all that and not cook it?
Yes.
Okay, it is still April, but I am getting ready for a yard sale in late May. And the reason I'm doing that is because there are things all over this house that I want to put in the yard sale. Things tucked away in cabinets and in drawers, and so just for example, I'm putting everything in a pile in the living room currently. And yes, it will sit there for a month, but that's okay, because once I get everything out there, I will price it, and then I have things up in the attic I'll bring down. But first I want to deal with the things that are on this floor. But it just takes a long time to get things, everything together. And this is also a good time for a good clean out. So I will give you an example, just a little example of what I'm talking about. A junk drawer in the kitchen. And this is our grocery list. Currently, anything that we run out of will be put on this list. And so then the box tops, all of this will come out of this drawer, and I will go through every little thing in here and put it back. And some of it, most of it will probably be put right back, but that's okay, because like I said, a good time for a clean out. And like this, I don't even know what that is. I'll have to ask Kevin. But just a lot of stuff in this drawer we don't need, like this. And there's coupons in here, so I'm just going to start going through this stuff and see what I find. I see right now, all these, we've had these for years. So, I will keep all those. So, I'll see what else I can find. Okay, the drawer is cleaner. All of this is just paper from where Andrew and Ashley both were in school. And if they didn't use all of their paper from the year, I started a notebook. And even if it's only 10 or 20 sheets, it will help a lot if you save their paper. Because then you can go to this if you play card games or whatever and keep score or grocery lists. But anyway, I did keep those balloons because Gavin will play with those. And candles, birthday candles, I have saved these throughout the years. Some of them have probably been used. Looks like, honestly, just a couple of them have been used. Most of them are new. So, I definitely keep those, but I just straightened up. I was able to throw some stuff away. Some stuff shouldn't have been in here at all. I needed to go to a different home. I like everything to have a home in our house. So, oh, and I talked about these, what's in my purse. And I didn't even realize I had one left in the back of the drawer. Usually they're hanging from like an end cap at Walmart or something. But I know that's weird, but I like them. So, anyway, that's one drawer down and a lot more to go. Okay, Kevin rented Ashley. Is it just these 4 or did he rent you 5?
He rented me 4.
He rented these 4 yoga videos from the public library for Ashley to try because Ashley likes doing yoga. Ashley did the Bikram, is that how you say it? Where you go in and it's basically a big old sweat box. So, which ones have you tried, Ashley?
I did the 10-minute yoga solution. That was good.
Okay, so she did that one. And what do you have in now?
Kundalini yoga.
Kundalini yoga for beginners and beyond. And what in the world is she doing?
I'm going to show you because...
Okay.
Hold on.
Is she in her underpants?
Yeah, pretty much. And there's no bra.
And she's breathing heavy. And
in a minute they'll tell us to contract our sex organ.
No way.
Oh, yes. Are you ready?
Oh, my word.
Equal on the inhalation and exhalation. Keep your ribs relaxed. Keep your belly relaxed.
This isn't yoga for me.
Oh, my gosh. Your daddy would die if he knew this was what they were having. Can you imagine us walking in on you doing this?
I did it. I turned it off and went to go get it.
Oh, we would die. We would die if we walked
Now see
in.
if you can transfer the breath to your nose. Natural alignment and true flexibility. Start with freeing the spine.
This isn't yoga that I've ever seen in my life.
No, she does this for 3 minutes. 3. I
Don't
counted.
forget to breathe. Expand those ribs with breath.
So I did some yoga DVDs, and this one is Easing into Yoga with Linda Howard. I didn't even try this because they're each 50 minutes long, and I don't have time for 50 minutes. No, that's too long. So then this Kundalini Yoga for beginners. Chanting is not for me, and nor do I want to flex my sex organ. No, thank you. This one is Yoga Zone Introduction to Yoga. I like this one, but he moved really, really slow. Really slow. So if you're old, you know, that's for you. And then the one I like is the 10-minute yoga solution. I don't know what her name is.
It might not say her name.
That's surprising. I'm sure she has her own franchise. But I really liked her. You can do 10 minutes, yoga basics, 10 minutes, these are all 10 minutes each. Or you can do them all together. Yoga basics was not actually that basic. It was actually really difficult, so I assumed that it was going to be bad. But then I moved to yoga for abs, and it was challenging, but not, now let's stand on your toes and jump and touch the ceiling. So, I like her.
So it doesn't give her name.
I didn't see it.
Laura? It's Laura. L-A...
Laura Hudson, right there.
Laura Hudson. Okay. Hudson. Okay. Well, I'm glad you found one you like.